Hi, I'm Ina, certified business and life coach, founder of Thrive with Ina podcast, and a columnist for Intentional Living magazine. There's always room for improvement in your current situation, whether it's life, business, or relationships. I help women around the world to get equipped with the exact tools that are needed to propel to the next level. On this podcast, you can learn all the encouraging stories of incredible entrepreneurs, their hardships, and the exact tools to achieve success. You can also search for mindful meditation episodes that can help you get grounded in the chaos of life and business. You can get full access to my coaching platform and this podcast on www.thrivewithina.com. And now, tune into a new episode of Thrive with Ina podcast, and happy listening.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Thrive with Ina podcast. And today we have a fabulous guest on the podcast, and we cannot wait to share her story with everyone. Actually, now that I thought of it, I'm going to interview you today, and you're the first non-for-profit organization leader and founder that I've ever interviewed. So first for me as well.
Thank you. That is so exciting.
Yeah. So without further ado, Trish from EJ's PJs. Welcome,
Hi, everyone.
Trish.
Thank you for having me, Ina. This is an honor and a pleasure, and I'm excited to be your first nonprofit organization.
Me too. This is amazing. I mean, entrepreneurship is such a big subject, and we talk about it in such depths on this podcast. And just, I thought about it today. I was like, I don't think I've ever actually interviewed a founder of a non-for-profit. Most businesses that I've had, well, all businesses that I've had interviewed or entrepreneurs that I've had interviewed were from the for-profit space. So this is interesting. I'm really excited to hear your perspective on entrepreneurship and how it all got started. So without further ado, tell us what EJ's PJs is.
Sure. So EJ's PJs provides brand new pajamas for the communities in need. We started back in 2011.
Okay.
So it started with the idea that my brother told my sons to find a charity to go donate to.
Okay.
Uncle Brian always gets the big gifts for the kids.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, this year we're going to go and we are going to donate to someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with the idea to collect brand new pajamas because we as a family always wore our pajamas in the morning on Christmas Day.
Aww.
And, you know, we like to match, and
Yeah.
it was just kind of like a family tradition that we had. So we put out a bin on our front porch, and the first year we had family and friends drop off and donate, and we collected 34 pairs the first year.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, that is really incredible. And what did you do with those PJs?
So we donated them locally to our civic association, where the children and the families have to go to receive different kinds of resources. And so one of them during the holiday season is that the families come and they shop for their toys for their children.
Okay.
So our pajamas, kind of like peanut butter and jelly, go right beside. So every year we donated locally to that organization. So that the families would have pajamas for their children on Christmas morning or Hanukkah morning or whatever it was, the holiday that they celebrated.
Okay. Well, that is really amazing. And I know how important the comfort of pajamas is. I mean, I love cozy clothes. Everybody else does. And when you don't have much, it is really that one little thing that can change your whole day and change the whole world and change your whole life.
Right.
And there's so many families on this island that see that struggle. And I see so many different organizations that do the work to help these families. And I love that you saw the need and you decided to grow your organization. So how is that growth going? What is your organization doing now? You know, how have you evolved from having that box on your porch to doing what you're doing now?
Well, it's been an interesting journey, like many things are, or like entrepreneurs go through, or small businesses, growth and learning, learning where the need is and where we can add value. Pretty much my youngest son would come up with a number and we would go out there and try to get that goal. Okay. So that was kind of like a fun thing every year for him to come up with the number. And then he laid on my heart that he wanted us to be as big as a non-for-profit as like Toys for Tots.
Okay.
So,
That's a nice goal to have.
It is a nice goal. So Mama Bear got to work, and I did all the paperwork of everything that would require us to become a full nonprofit organization. And we became all year round.
Okay.
So along with our growth each year, collecting more and more pajamas, we started getting into businesses in our 9th year, and more businesses, which opened up more doors for people to be able to donate to EJ's PJs, as well as get the message out that the pajamas mean, something different to me and something different to you, for your family. But for even a child, it just, like you said, it's a hug, it's a blanket, it's comfort, it's joy, it's peace. It's just something that's theirs, and it's fresh and it's new.
Yeah. And I mean, you are really mending the hearts of children and teens and adults. You have grown your program so much that you're donating all over the place. Really, you're filling that void in communities for comfort, clothing, that one thing that could really turn around someone's life. How does it feel to see that happen? How does it feel to be that trailblazer that's really going into these families, into these communities, and providing something that is so important? It might seem small. Pajamas to someone may be like, ugh, whatever, pajamas, but it is such a big meaning to others, and you're really filling that void in these families that don't have it. How does it feel?
Yeah, and I'm going to say I do agree with you. I think it's so unique and special for me that God chose me to be able to lead this pajama mission, because as a young child I lost my mom. So I was 3 and 9 months when my mom died, and running down the hallway in my sleeper, right, while the adults were in the room drinking and talking and having those conversations, and me and my cousins just running freely, not even thinking about really what's going on in the real world, just being children, was a hard time for me, but at the same time, it was a special time to be able to forget everything. So for me, it's special to see that children receive a blessing, adults receive a blessing, because now we also serve many adults and different organizations. So it's really pretty cool to see the growth of it, and also to see the smiles and the joy. So, you could feel like a princess one day, or a superhero, or you could put on your sleeper, or you could put on your shorts 2-piece set, and just know that you're cared for.
Yeah, I think that's all we want as human beings, is to know that we're cared for, right? We are beings, and we need love and we want love, right? And that one item can provide so much love for us when we're cared for. And it's really incredible. If you think about it, kids that might not have much, that can turn around their entire life. That one item, right? I grew up in post-Soviet Union, and we didn't have clothes, we didn't have food, and we didn't have any programs like that. And I can think of so many times where I wish we did, as children that didn't have anything. If we just had someone care and provide something like that for us, that would really be life-changing. And I think you're doing an amazing work.
Thank you. We did a project this past holiday season, and I'm very led. For me, I'm led, and then I figure it out later. So I built pretty much a 4-month relationship with this one gentleman that runs an orphanage in Uganda.
Okay.
And I didn't realize everything that was going to go into this project, and a lot of trust and building and communication, and a lot of hands that went on this pajama project. We wound up getting this 46.2 pound, and I say it because I had everybody hold it, lift it, 46.2 pound box of pajamas that we stuffed in that box that we got over to this little orphanage in Uganda.
Wow.
And the gentleman had to go 2 hours to go get it. And, so again, it was so special to see that project even being built, and then to see those children over there, again, like you just said, they have nothing and they appreciate everything. And, and so do the children here when they have nothing, a small item to know, like, hey, this was chosen for you
Yeah.
because you matter,
Yeah.
is just such a beautiful feeling. So
Yeah.
the kids were holding up our coloring pages and little ducks, because we always put a little extra in with the pajamas, whether it's for adults, they get journals, because
I can attest to that. I love my journal.
Yes, you know what, you are in a situation, but it's not permanent, and you're going to get through it. It's just maybe your circumstances are for now, but they're not forever.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. That really is important to remember, and that little reminder that you're providing, that the circumstances are not forever, can really change a life of a person. And that's incredible. Where did you get the name for your organization?
So it came off of my 3 sons.
Ah, I love that.
Yes, EJ's PJs, Edward, Jeremy, and Patrick.
Oh, I love that.
So
you incorporated the names of children that have a home and a loving parent and a loving environment, and also want to give to others. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
amazing. It's pretty special. And then to see it all unfold. I mean, my older one's like, Ma, this is your flower now. Like, I say Uncle Brian planted the seed, you know, and then it got watered. Patrick, the youngest, when he laid on my heart, you know, and then everything just grows and grows and grows. And it's been a true blessing. I can't even tell you. I mean, to have reached, you know, all over Long Island, but then also we've reached quite a few states. You know, people email me all the time, you know, and I always, again, I like to extend, like, well, what about you? You know, because as parents, we want to make sure our children are covered and protected, and we matter too.
Yeah.
You know, so I always will say, well, can I, you know, donate you a pair of pajamas as well? And it just lights up their face, you know.
Of course.
So
where do you see the growth of your non-for-profit? You started with a box on your porch, and now you're expanding out into different states and internationally. And it's pretty rapid, right? If you really want to put yourself into a venture, it can grow really fast, right? So where do you see that growth unfold, and how do you see your organization growing, and what do you think you will need to support that growth?
Right. So, well, first of all, we call everybody dreamers.
Oh.
We call whoever receives the pajamas, we call them little dreamers or big dreamers, right? So everybody has their dream. My dream for this organization is to be the #1 pajama provider for all of the United States.
Wow.
So,
amazing. Big dreams.
Yeah, big dreams. And
Okay.
I'm big in, you have to write it down. You have to ask for it. You have to pray about it. And yes, that's going to take a good amount of years to prosper, to happen, and to get the proper funding and growth in the organization, to get more volunteers, more helping hands on the mission. And I believe that it will happen in the timing it's supposed to. We are coming into our 15th year, so 2025, you know, so it's evolved every year, bigger and bigger. The numbers are doubling. I mean, from 34 pairs to now giving out over 16,000 pairs of pajamas, you know. It's, and only being 2 years all year round, you know. So that's my big dream, and my big goal is to be like the #1 pajama provider for all the United States, because we like to bring happiness, peace, and joy, and it's the fruit of the spirits, and it's exciting to be able to be out here doing this work.
I love that. I love that you have a mission, you have passion for it, and you have energy for it, and you have a team. You know, it takes a team to build a dream, right? You can dream a dream, but if you don't have a team, that dream is just going to stay that.
Yes.
So can you tell us about team building and how you find people that believe in your mission as well and are willing to give their time and energy and effort to growing the dream that you had?
Right, and thank you. So when we moved out of our home, my church gave us some space. So that was like huge, because then we were able to now have stock of pajamas that were donated for when we have emergency situations. So my church and my spirituality and team are huge supporters, and that's so big to me, because they're what I would call, I mean, everybody around me I would call almost family, you know. And then I have just my family that is supportive of going and picking up, dropping off, However, we have team building meetings once a month, so we can let everybody know what is going on, where the need is, what we're doing, what project we're working on, and getting everybody excited. I mean, I do have a wild imagination. One of my favorite quotes is, "Imagination is everything. It's the preview of life's coming attractions."
Yeah.
From Albert Einstein. So a lot of them have to guess what's going on in Trish's head, because everything to me is personal. Everything has a meaning. So they believe in the mission. They believe in me. The companies that are all around me do. And usually they're all excited to jump on board and to see, well, at the bare minimum, where can I help out and what can I do to add value to this for you?
Yeah, that's amazing. Incredible, really. And I think some of the most powerful missions in the world are run by people who believe in the mission so much that they're willing to volunteer their time and energy to the mission. And I mean, you're doing amazing work.
Thank you.
And you're providing so much joy and happiness to kids and families, and that could really turn life around. I keep saying it, and I really do believe that, and I know that you do too. So tell us a little bit about some challenges that you have encountered in your 15 years of building this dream and giving pajamas to those who need it.
So for me, some of the challenges are, right, we all have our talents and treasures. Me, I love to connect to people. I love people. I love being out in the field, talking to the people. I think working at Starbucks for almost 16 years taught me genuinely like what people want. So I don't have a passion in necessarily, folding pajamas, picking them out, so getting those hands-on volunteers to authentically come in and get all the sizes organized, because when we get all of our boxes and all of the drops-offs of pajama donations, they have to all be sorted through. So I'm there with everybody helping them, but some people just work smarter, not harder, whereas I'm like a little bit slower in that. So some challenges are, we need soon a vehicle, because we're driving all over the place, all over Long Island, picking up pajamas, and so just getting the operations a little bit smoother, and also being able to delegate those tasks so that I can be more out in the community and talking with the organizations and the people are some of the challenges I face right now personally.
Okay.
However, I do have some committed people that I can call upon to do those things as well.
Yeah. You need a support circle, whether it's business or personal life. And if you don't have it, then I always coach people to get it. You need a support circle, because humans are not meant to be doing anything alone. We're meant to be a community being. And so that community that you create around you, especially when you are operating out of kindness and authenticity, it really makes a whole difference when you have that community. And I love that you do have that. What are you working on right now besides, growing into all of the states? Tell our listeners something that is challenging yet rewarding that you're working on right now, that's in the process of becoming something or blooming.
So right now we just declared April. Actually, we voted and declared April is going to be EJ's PJ's month.
Amazing.
So that is new this year.
Oh,
now,
wow.
Several reasons, let me tell you. April 16th is Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day.
Okay.
April 6th is National Pajama Day.
Okay.
April 13th is Ian EJ's PJ's birthday.
Okay.
He was born on 4/13. I can do all things in Christ and He strengthens me. A Good Friday and Friday the 13th he was born on. Tells you exactly how he is.
Amazing.
His character. And then my mom's birthday was April 2nd. So you know what? We said, why don't we just take the whole month? So for April, we have a lot of initiatives coming up. We're doing push-ups for pajamas, where we're asking people to pledge $20. I'm getting some law enforcement involved, and some health and wellness facilities, because that's my other part, is health and wellness is extremely important on my heart. And anybody to any of my events, we get to be in pajamas, show up in pajamas. It's like dress code.
I love that.
And
who doesn't?
Right, exactly. So we have that going on. We have Also, we're going back to Kentucky, which I know we didn't touch upon, but last year we went to Kentucky.
Okay.
And that opened up a lot more doors. One of the bus drivers at one of the elementary schools bought a brand new pair of pajamas too for this boy on his bus. And he was not able to participate in pajama day.
Aww.
So he was really, really upset, crying. And they always had like a great relationship, and he saw something was wrong. So on his break, he went and he got him pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole story wound up going viral. Everybody sent it to me. And I reached out. At first I said, oh, we'll get the whole classroom. And I said, no, we'll get the whole school. So
yeah,
we got the whole entire school brand new pajamas. We had Toys for Tots to donate toys. So we shipped everything over there. We had Starbucks come. We had Kershal Anthony from Kaboom Kids come. And we did a big, huge pajama dance party. So I like tradition. So every year I feel like because Larry's one act of kindness that solidified our mission statement, like helped us to expand.
Yeah.
Like you can never get too big to forget those beginning steps have got you where you are today.
Yeah.
So Englehart Elementary will always get pajamas every May.
That's amazing. What an incredible story. And I love
had
that you're honoring someone's good deed by continuation and expanding that good deed to a bigger scale and making it a tradition. That's really wonderful.
Yeah, I never forget ever anybody that got me where I am. And this is EJ's PJs is all of us. It is not just definitely not just me, not just my family. It's our whole entire community that believes in this and has been able to sit here and watch grow. I mean, if people don't say yes to, hey, yes, I will collect pajamas for you, it's just it's special.
Yeah,
we're all one. To me, it's this mission has been the whole community.
Yeah, I mean, it does take a village to create a mission, and it takes a village to execute the mission, and it takes a village to keep it sustainable, right? So can you tell us a little bit about your challenges in sustainability, like how you are sustaining this business, not just growing it, because growth is exciting. You get to the new level and it's all new and shiny, but how do you continue sustaining that mission, sustaining it for 15 years? It's a very long time for any business, especially for a non-for-profit. So how do you make it sustainable?
Well, I'm working through those challenges, and I will always be open, honest, and transparent, as I am with my life and my life story. This year, the 15th year, I'm working on fundraising.
Okay.
It is extremely hard for me to ask anybody for money. I can ask somebody for one pair of pajamas. I can't ask them for like $20 for the pajamas. So I'm great, but you know what? I'm breaking through that. It's taken me a long time. It was only November of 2024 that in one of my speakings I said pajamas and or monetary donations, and I text my treasurer and I was like, I did it.
I said I needed money for my organization to give children pajamas.
Yes, it was a victory. So
that is huge.
It is, and as I continue to grow, of course, as women, as me, I'm 47, to grow into my confidence every single day, and also keep the discipline to work on everything I've worked on, and like you said, keep elevating. That it was huge for me.
Yeah,
it was huge for me.
Wow, amazing. So, I mean, I know the journey has been continuing for some time, but it feels like this is a year of breakthrough.
Oh, I know.
Doesn't it?
I know.
I'm picking up your breakthrough vibes. Tell us about that.
It is. I know that. And like yourself, I'm a very energy person. So, yes, I am pretty sure this is going to be the breakthrough year. Trish is growing into her full, complete butterfly.
Love that. I love that for you.
Butterfly wings. And I take everybody with us, because why would you not? To me, I'm always like, if I had to have a selling approach, it would be like, well, why would you not want to be a part of something so great? Why would you not want to help out an organization that you've seen we're homegrown and look where we're headed? So
I mean, it's incredible. I love this. I love this story.
Thank you.
Why do you think that this is the year of breakthrough?
Well, for me, I've started a lot of my journey at 35.
Okay.
With health and wellness and just becoming the best authentic me.
Uh-huh.
And it, to me, has taken me so long to grow into the woman I am.
Okay.
And to have finally arrived.
Drum roll, everyone. She's arrived.
Watch
and
out.
She's ready.
Watch out.
She's ready.
And it was funny because I was at Wellbridge when my phone went off and said, with me and 2 other people, arrived. And, it was the phone saying, like, oh, you've arrived at your destination, but it went off later on, minutes later on. It was actually 11:11, if I want to be honest with you.
Ooh.
And it said, arrived. And the 3 of us looked at each other and were like, we arrived.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. 11:11, powerful numbers. I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love looking at numbers and randomly seeing 11:11 or 222, or I totally believe in angel numbers and lots of the meaning behind them. So you arrived at 11:11. That is epic. And I love this. So what do you think you're going to need? What resources you're going to need to make this year the breakthrough year that you are aiming for?
Well, we're going to need a lot more fundraisers, a lot more funding opportunities.
Okay.
Continue to grow with more powerful teams,
Okay.
more board members.
Okay.
Just to continue to expand. Like I said, I have a space right now, so I am very blessed and thankful for that space. I need to work towards that vehicle. That's heavy on my heart because, for instance, we have to go pick up pajamas and they're gigantic boxes and I can't fit them in my car.
Yeah.
So it's, the donations are such blessings.
Yeah.
And I don't want to miss an opportunity because we don't have the resources to either house them or store them or go pick them up.
Yeah.
So
let's manifest that car for EJ's BJ's. Truck. I'm
Actually,
ESL.
bus.
So to me, car, truck, bus, it's all the same thing. It's on wheels, but we need a large vehicle.
Dream bus.
Ooh, what are we going to make it look like? What is it? Is it going to have some kind of...
it's got to be colorful and bright.
Okay. You love bright colors.
Yes. And dreamers and clouds. It's got to have clouds and sun.
I love that. Sound is
lavender.
Powerful. Yeah.
Lavender. A pajama farm is also another huge vision as well.
Ooh, but tell us about that.
It would just be like a place, a pajama farm, where you are able to go, kind of like
a retreat center.
Yes.
Okay.
And for children as well that are struggling or having home struggles and such, where it would have some animals, not for me, for other people's visions and dreams.
Okay.
To accommodate all of them, so that one day can employ them on the pajama farm.
Oh, I love that. And the dress code is colorful pajamas. You heard it here first.
Yes. We could make pajamas. We could do a lot of
sewing
activities.
Lessons.
Yes.
I love that. Let's manifest that. Everybody, everyone tell them Trish needs a pajama bus and we need funding for a pajama farm. Yeah. Love it. Let's do it.
We could do yoga on it.
Absolutely. You have to. Mindfulness goes hand in hand with everything, and if we are not mindful, we're not learning any lessons from the past, right?
You are correct.
Yeah. We have to make it so our future generations are not following in the footsteps of previous generational trauma, and that's where mindfulness comes in. So I love that you're breaking that cycle with your good work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that. So tell our listeners where they can follow your journey, maybe social media handle, the website, how maybe if somebody's interested to apply to volunteer, how can they reach out to you?
Sure. So you can reach us on ejspjs.org. You can also follow our Instagram, which is EJ's PJ's Pajama Drive. We also have a Facebook, EJ's PJ's Pajama Drive. All my information is on there as well. Anybody can reach out to me, call me, email me. You're most likely going to get me.
Awesome.
And
doesn't get more personal than that.
No, but the other thing for me is I want to know what it is you want to do. What it is that you would like to do to help the organization. I don't like to clean, so I don't want to sign up for a cleaning job.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about any of my team members or anybody around me that they're doing something authentic in what they truly enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's those back end people that don't want to be in the pictures. Oh, no. And then there's the people that are like, oh yeah, I want, so.
Yeah. I mean,
and the operations needs literally everything and everyone. So whether you're a behind the scenes person and you're a front face person, we need it all.
Yeah, and it takes a village to make an impact, and there are many people around this country that are looking to give back and give their purpose and find their purpose in giving. So I'm sure your mission is going to keep growing and keep succeeding and keep giving those PJs to all the kids, teens, and adults around the country that need it. There is so much that can be done with this. I absolutely love what you're doing, and it is limitless.
I know.
It's really limitless.
It's so special, whether it's a bed and breakfast or, there's so many things. This summer, which is going to be our first for this, we are going to be working with camps.
Okay.
For children that are sick.
Oh, wow.
So they'll get pajamas out on their, it's for like the sleepaway camps.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have brand new pajamas. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. But yes, it is limitless. You are correct. There are so many fun things that you can just inject pajamas into. Sleep health.
Yeah.
Like, how important is it?
Yeah.
With that,
there's so many different initiatives that this could be a part of. So yeah, let's keep doing the good work. And I would love to see some of our listeners get involved. You heard it here first. There's lots of initiatives that need your help. So apply to volunteer and commit your time to making this community first locally and then nationwide and then globally. I mean, this is limitless. So let's do it. Let's do it as a community.
Thank you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and a little bit of it with our listeners today. We're really looking forward to having you back on our podcast in some time and really hearing about what you've been doing and how it's growing and how many more children receive pajamas and how many more lives you've made better by just dreaming your dream.
Thank you.
Is anything else that you'd like to tell our listeners before we log off?
The only thing I'm going to say is that you're worthy of anything that your heart is being called and your desire, and you can really, truly, authentically create so much and help so many people by doing that.
That's amazing. Well, on that note, again, thank you so much for coming on to Thrive Within a Podcast. I am really looking forward to sharing your message with everyone right in time for EJ's PJ's Pajama Month. Yay. April. Yay. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.